Hey folks, today we're going to take a look at a game that is currently seeking funding on Kickstarter. That game is called Bitcoin Empire to the Moon from Neon Jellyfish. Now, if you like what you see throughout the rest of this preview video, I'm going to encourage you to go to the official Kickstarter project page. You can do so by following the link in the top corner of your screen, as well as down in the description section underneath this video. Now, I did another preview video for Bitcoin Empire some time ago. This is a bit of a spin-off game. In this game, each player is taking control of a cryptocurrency aficionado, for lack of a better term that I'm unaware of at least, where you're trying to gather, in this particular case, the cryptocurrency you're going after is Bitcoin, of course, hence the name. You're trying to either mine the Bitcoin or you're trying to mine the Bitcoin, but then you're trying to also impede the other players from getting too many Bitcoins themselves, back and forth defending yourself, things like that, and trying to have your character learn skills in order to make that an easier process to attack and defend, and so on, until finally someone has the most Bitcoins at the end of the game, or, hence the name of this particular version of the game, To the Moon. You can keep going to the moon, which is to play multiple games to see who has the most wins. Let me go ahead and give you a brief look at how the game is played with a prototype version of the game, so do bear in mind that what you see here may change in the final version of the game. More stuff might be added, so on and so forth. But then we're going to come back and we will discuss it further. Bitcoin Empire to the Moon is a competitive card game for 2 to 4 players. Each player is a cryptocurrency aficionado who is trying to mine the most Bitcoins. Whoever has the most by the time the deck is empty is the winner of the game. Start the game by giving each player a different character. There are 2 important features of the character card. In the upper right corner, the number of pictured Bitcoins refers to your storage capacity and how many total Bitcoins you can stow under your character. In the upper left corner are the character's skill rankings in law, coding, and marketing. Your strength in these skills will determine how easy it is to attack your opponents and how tough it is for them to attack you. All of the other cards are shuffled up to form the main deck. One player will be given the dealer card and deals out 2 cards to each player to form their starting hand, which no one else will see. The player to the dealer's left will take the first turn. Every player's turn has 3 phases. First is the mining phase. If your character has enough storage capacity remaining to store another Bitcoin, take a card from the top of the deck, look at it, but then place it face down underneath your character card. This represents a Bitcoin. Also in this phase, do the exact same thing with each of your exchanges if you've managed to acquire them already, and if they have storage capacity remaining as well. If the card you mine happens to be the last card in the deck, store it, and then immediately end the game. The second phase of the turn is the draw phase. Draw 1 card and put it into your hand. This drawn card can be taken from either the deck or your own storage, essentially converting a Bitcoin to a regular card. Just like with mining, if you draw the last card from the deck, put it into your hand and then immediately end the game. The third and final phase of a player's turn is the action phase. You may either reveal a card from your hand and resolve it, or place a card from your hand into storage if you have capacity. That's basically the game, playing until the deck runs out and then seeing who has the most Bitcoins to declare a winner. But let's break down each of the cards in the deck. As mentioned before, exchanges are placed in front of you next to your character when revealed and used to store up to 3 Bitcoins. As soon as you do store 3, the exchange locks and cannot be attacked. Internet meltdown cards are used to learn skills. Place them underneath your card on the left side next to your base skill rankings so that only the skill icons are showing. Hack, Lawsuit, and Smear campaign cards are used for one of 2 purposes when revealed. You can use them to rank up your skills just like Internet Meltdown cards, or you can use them to attack another player's character or unlocked exchange using the depicted skill. If your ranks in that skill are higher than the targeted opponents and they can't defend against it, they must discard all stored Bitcoins from that target. If the target was an exchange, the attacker also takes the exchange into their hand. Attacked players can defend themselves by revealing a Skullduggery card. Then, it and the attack card are discarded with no further effect. Headhunter cards can also let the player attack, but instead of Bitcoins, you're targeting a learned skill card beneath a player's character, regardless of what your skill rankings are. Again, if your opponent can't defend with a Skullduggery card, the card with the learn skill is taken into the attacker's hand. Finally, there is one Satoshi Nakamoto card in the deck. When revealed, it ranks up your character's skills, but also forces all players to discard any revealed Internet Meltdown cards. Games typically end when the deck runs out once, but alternatively, you can play To the Moon. When someone wins a game by having the most Bitcoins, they take a Moon token as a victory point. Keep playing until someone has acquired a clear majority of the Moon tokens and is the ultimate winner. For more gameplay variety, you may add bonus rules to the game. Knives Out makes it so that attacked players can immediately counterattack with their own attack card or Skullduggery card. With Nakamoto Obliterate, someone with all 3 colors of Internet Meltdown card in their possession, either in hand or on their character in any combination, can reveal them all and declare immediate victory. And Anarchy simply allows you to immediately play an exchange or learn a skill that you just swiped from someone else using attacks. Lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the deck of cards can be used to make randomly generated Bitcoin addresses by shuffling them thoroughly and then looking at the small letters and numbers on the tops and bottoms of each card. And that's about all I know about that subject. That is Bitcoin Empire to the Moon. Well, of course, the first thing you notice about Bitcoin Empire to the Moon is its theme. If you're into cryptocurrency, if you like Bitcoin in particular, and you kind of keep up with the news and all the goings-ons with it and the type of activities and the people who partake of it, so to speak, you can tell I don't know the terminology that well, you would definitely be more prone to be interested in this game. You know, it feels like topical, like it's a headline news of the Bitcoin world. But the fact of the matter is, the game itself is also, a very light, freewheeling, but strategic game. You really have to carefully consider how you use the cards that you have, especially when you decide to go on the offensive. You want to play a purely defensive game, knowing that you're only going to be able to mine so many Bitcoins from round to round, while your opponents could also be doing the same thing, but also might be attacking you if you don't, literally play your cards right, making sure that your skills are high enough in order to defend against those attacks. There's lots of interesting little variants. I showed you the alternate rules cards, which, can really spice up the game and make things sort of explode, like with the thing where you can get the 3 learn skill cards, the 3 Internet Meltdown cards, and sort of just blow everything up and win altogether. Which is kind of like shooting the moon, if you would. And so then, other variants as well. So there's like little things that you can add to the game to even spice it up even further if you so decide to do so. You can throw it all in at once if you really want to. But even just as the base game, it's very interesting. And because games are so fast, the central conceit of this version of the game, To the Moon, is not implausible at all. Other games you might say, well, there's no way we're going to play multiple games all at once. But Bitcoin Empire to the Moon plays very quickly, so you can easily do that and use the Moon tokens to see who the ultimate winner of it all is. So if you like the theme, if you like light, fast card games that have a strategic bent to them but can still be easily taught to anyone who's interested in playing, casual gamers or hardcore gamers alike, don't take my word for any of this. Go to the official Kickstarter project page and find out more information for yourself. You can do that by following the link in the top corner of your screen, as well as down in the description section underneath this video. That is Bitcoin Empire to the Moon from Neon Jellyfish. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, for supporting our sponsors. Take care.